Today, I found an old broken speaker that seemed completely useless. Today, I'm combining it with a few simple parts to build a real working antenna. And the final result might surprise you. First, I stripped the ends of these two small wires to prepare for testing whether the speaker unit is still working. Then, I twist the copper core of each wire into separate branches to make the connection more secure. Next, I attach the wire ends to the metal body of the speaker to create contact points. For this test, I will use a battery as a temporary power source. When I touch the two connected wires to the battery terminals, the speaker starts making small sounds. This shows that the speaker unit is still functional and can be reused for this project. After the test, I remove the wires from the speaker to prepare for the next assembly step. Next, I use a small wooden board as the base for the antenna. First, I apply hot glue onto the surface of the wooden board. Then, I place the speaker unit on top and secure it firmly. Let me know where you are watching this video from. Don't forget to comment the country you are currently living in down below. I'm really curious to see which parts of the world my videos are being watched from. Next, I will use a mobile phone as the signal receiving component of the antenna. First, I apply hot glue and attach the phone firmly on top of the speaker unit. This helps combine the two parts together and creates the main structure of the antenna system. In the next step, I will use a charging cable as the connection between the phone and the speaker. First, I remove the outer insulation of the cable. After stripping the outer layer, I keep only the red and black wires and cut away the other three wires since they are not needed. Next, I strip the ends of these two wires to prepare them for connection. Then, I connect the wire ends to the metal body of the speaker to create the signal path. Finally, I plug the charging cable into the phone to complete the connection between the phone and the speaker. Next, I use another charging cable as the plug connection for the antenna. First, I remove the outer insulation of this cable as well. After stripping it, I keep only the red and black wires and remove the other 3 wires since they are not needed for this system. Next, I connect these 2 wires to the body of the speaker. This connection will act as the main signal path for the antenna. After that, I plug the cable into a phone charger to create the plug connection for the antenna. In the next step, I use an electrical socket as the connection point between the antenna and the signal cable. First, I disassemble the outer casing of the socket to prepare it for assembly. Then, I apply hot glue and attach the socket casing firmly onto the wooden board. Next, I will use this long signal cable as the connection cable between the antenna and the TV. First, I strip the insulation from one end of the cable to create a connector. This step exposes the copper core inside and prepares it for assembly. Then, I connect this end to a TV connector jack. This jack allows the cable to connect directly to the signal port on the back of the TV. Next, I wrap electrical tape around the connection point to secure it firmly and protect the contact area. For the other end of the signal cable, I strip the insulation in the same way. After that, I split the exposed wire into 2 separate branches to prepare for the next connection. Then, I connect these 2 wire ends to the 2 metal terminals inside the socket. Once the connections are complete, I reassemble the socket casing. Finally, I plug the charger part of the antenna into the socket to complete the entire system. Now, I'm going to test it in real-world conditions to see how effective it really is. First, I'll switch to a TV channel to check the signal reception without connecting the antenna. As you can see, without the antenna connected, the TV only displays the message, no signal. Next, I'll connect the DIY antenna to the signal input on the back of the TV for the actual test. And here is the result. Almost immediately after connecting the antenna, the TV channels begin to appear. The picture is clear, the colors remain stable, and there are no continuous signal interruptions. To make the test more convincing, I'll perform one more experiment. I disconnect the antenna from the TV and observe the signal changes. As soon as the antenna is unplugged, the screen instantly returns to the no signal message. All channels disappear, confirming that the signal truly came from this homemade antenna. Now, I'll reconnect the antenna once again. As you can see, within just a few seconds, the channels reappear and continue working normally. And as you can see, this DIY project has worked successfully. Using only old components that seemed useless, we were still able to create something practical and functional. It shows that with a little creativity and patience, discarded items can still have second life. If you enjoyed this project or found it useful, don't forget to like and subscribe to support the channel. That support motivates me to continue creating more creative DIY projects in the future. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.